banking on life. This Joker started it, and we came and enhanced it.
Made it amazing.
So we are here, and we are about to get into the shenanigans.
So like I said, welcome number one. I'm always to the right of me, as always, and I'm up here on Bossy.
2 Chainz.
And myself, Mr.
Dot.
Don't please look at this shit.
I just told you, I'm the Khaleesi.
It's Khaleesi.
Nah,
Jocelyn, the
that's real
Khaleesi.
good.
Hey, my loves. Hey.
Can I tell y'all something? So this is the 29th day of June, and I have not had January.
January.
Yeah.
We said July.
One of the J's. So it is the 29th day of January, and I have not had one drop of alcohol. Give it up. That's a major feat for me.
You know what?
No
Somebody
Hennessy.
else supposed to do that.
Well, you know
I know,
what?
but somehow I don't know what happened. It did.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
I've been
You
chilling.
throwing shade?
All the way.
I've been chilling.
Shady as shit.
I got some big hands.
I had to fix my chains. I always get in trouble. I be trying to be cute in my pictures, and then here go my sister. Fix your chains. I be like,
So, let's enjoy it.
okay, so first, we want to just shout out and send love, light, and blessings to Jussie Smollett. That was like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
It seemed fake, like, and I know it's not, but the magnitude of that, you like, what was this written in a story somewhere? Like, it's, so Jussie Smollett had an event in Chicago, and he was attacked by men and ski masks.
It was a hate crime.
And they said it was white men. Not only did they call him racial slurs, they called him homophobic slurs. Not only did they put a noose on his neck, they then poured, somebody said bleach, but then in the article it said some type of chemical on him. They said they beat him really, really bad. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, yo, what the fuck?
So I honestly think that this is a reflection of where we are in this climate. With everything going on, politics and just worldwide, I think people are now not afraid to hide behind that mask, and they're more okay with showing their blatant disrespect and racial, you know. It's disgusting.
Horrible.
It is.
It's just,
And then James Ingram died.
Yes, it's 66.
Yeah, well, I know he was sick. What did he have? Like brain cancer or something like that? I don't want to misquote, but I know he was sick. So yeah, that's a terrible thing. He was a fine looking son.
He had a voice. Like,
Shout out my boy Kyle, man.
Yeah, so light and love to my other family. My little sister Danny lost her husband, 36 years young. So we want to love on them, hug on them.
love and light, y'all. Just sending all the blessings. It rained today, and I always say on my stat, rain brings blessings.
Make do every time it rains, I always think of that damn.
Yeah, make you go get your duas in, get your prayers in. Just get it in. Don't just pray for yourself. Pray for somebody that's close to you, and also be thankful. You know what I mean? Also be thankful, because we are in a crazy climate at this time. So let's get into it. Oh, wait a minute. Was that last? Okay, no, I did that.
No, let's talk about Ghostface. Thanks, Dr. Chris. Let me tell you something. I love that woman.
Listen.
She, first of all, the first day we was watching his live together, so she's like, I see you in the comments. I'll see you pictures tomorrow. So she sent me pictures. Somebody went live for me, tagged me in it, took pictures with him, tagged me in the photos.
Oh, that's so dope.
My girlfriend interviewed him today, sent me the photos, but the ultimate high, shout out to you MVP, who FaceTimed me Friday when I was in the hotel, and I was like, I started not to answer, and I was like, well, let me see what they want, and I saw his face, and I was like, God, let me fix myself. I love Ghostface. For y'all who don't know, like, he is my man, 50 grand. I'm gonna bag him. Call me Mrs. Coles.
From now on.
I digress.
Okay.
So that's my preference.
That's
to
your
bring it
preference.
full circle.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna go to the that's so funny. Everybody has their picks. Mine is Method Man. Lord of mercy. Okay? Listen, that man.
We all a family.
everybody, just you know.
That's Nas.
So tonight on, shout out to Nas. Nas is making
Nas
making
is
money
making
moves,
money.
Yes.
Yeah, his money.
and he quiet,
He earned.
as you should be. Oh my goodness.
Everything.
Guys, I recommend everybody taking some type of investment or learn, like look up on YouTube.
Shout out. No, don't look up on YouTube. Go to ivyinvestor.com.
Okay.
Based in Philly. She can teach you how to invest in cannabis. She does, what is that, life estate planning, all kinds of stuff. Get with her. Her classes are dope.
And then, so tonight we're talking about why aren't women held to the same standard as men when it comes to preferences? When does having a preference become an issue? I'm gonna repeat that. me. Should I put on my YouTube voice?
Yes.
Hey guys, welcome to Banking on Life. So today we're going to be talking about why aren't women held to the same standard as men? And when it comes to preferences, when does having a preference become an issue? Was that good?
Subscribe to this.
Subscribe. So who want to start with this? Who want to start?
I'm sure you do.
No, let's start up here. Jocelyn.
So, in real life, I don't have a preference, but I feel like when I showed preference over a certain group of men, I was ostracized by black men.
Ooh.
That happened a lot in college.
So what was your certain group of men? Let's get into it.
I was going skiing for a while. White men. That was my twist for a while. And I remember one day I was coming home to my dormitory, and the brothers were sitting in the common area in the lobby. Did we see you get out that car? Why, yes, you did. And they went in and called me every name in the book. I said, but don't you drive such and such car, and don't you be laid up with such and such? But that's different. Why is it different? I'm not doing anything that y'all not doing. So it became a double standard. It was disgusting. So, yeah.
And that, go ahead, Greg, what you got to say?
No, ladies first. Go ahead. I'm gonna bank on this last.
Okay. So, why aren't women held to the same standards as men? So, when you look at it, women aren't allowed to say, I want a man 6 feet tall, I want him dark, I want him light, I want him with money, I want him to have
All his teeth.
all his teeth, all of them. Shout out to people with their
You
teeth.
gotta
in
have
their-
Philly hairline, please, and thank you.
Shout out to people with some teeths in their mouth. Teeths, yes. And you know, women say, I want him tall, dark, handsome, I want this. He gotta have 6 figures. But as soon as a man says, oh, I would like a light-skinned lady, you know, I like them long hair, thick red bone. It's like, oh, he hates black women.
He loves me.
But it's just like, why do women be so mad when a guy likes a light-skinned woman over a dark-skinned woman, or if he likes a dark-skinned
How
woman
about
over a
this,
light-skinned
though?
woman? But we're allowed to have all of this.
I'm about to say something real shady. So how come women who are not fit always say they want a fit man, but you ain't fit?
Yeah.
Like, are you with your preferences?
Yeah. Are you what you attract? You know what I mean?
Or are you what you were seeking?
Yeah, and are you able to be on the same plane as this man? Okay, you want a man that's 6 feet tall, dark, handsome, making 6 figures, but what are you doing? You on welfare? You coming from pillar to post? Like most men want a man. It's okay for a man to take care of a woman. But y'all look at a man all crazy. Oh, that woman take care of him. What the fuck is the difference? like what is there a difference? Oh, he's a bum. He's a scum. He ain't shit.
Facts. I'm just thinking about conversations like, why you want to deal with him? He's a mom. He don't even have nothing. But then put it into context, like I think about who I'm talking to, and then it's like,
Yeah, because women are allowed not to have nothing.
are we? I think that's
Because we're thinking about it this way. Oh, if a man paying all the house rent and all this and all of that.
I hate Marisha.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Like they
Let me read this trifling comment. Okay. Because 2 out of shape people make forest fires. The friction from his stomach Rubbing on mine makes friction burn.
What's going on, Lauren?
You gotta oil up and stop being ashy, Marnisha.
We too slick ass.
But do y'all see where I'm coming from with this? Like, women are okay with that, but then you know it's just like, oh, right, just like the guys like, oh, I prefer white women. You be like,
But why is that not okay? Why can't we like? Well, why can't they like what they like?
no, it's because you know, people don't look at black women badly.
You
When
know
they-
how I feel about comments about black women. We are the last on the totem pole, and I don't know if y'all remember that article. We are the ugliest people on the planet according to the psychologist or whatever. Like, it was absolutely ridiculous.
I have a comment in my party. Darrell said, I just had a woman tell me if I can't pay her bills and mine, she can't fuck with me. Women, why does this man I never understood that. Like, remember we talked about this before,
Right.
the comments, the 50-50, like, oh my God, if a nigga paying 50% and I'm paying 50%, he ain't no man. He my roommate. Just shut the fuck up. You gotta be glad someone like wanna go 50-50 with you. I see nothing wrong with that. And then you get the women, they'll say shit like, oh, it's women like you who okay that bum shit. Bitch, you're single and you're
So
broke.
can we talk about that? Like, what classifies a man or a woman to be a bum? Look, crickets.
Alright.
Because according to some people, Basima is a bum.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely a bum. I catch the bus.
So,
Yeah.
No,
But some people have voiced that.
But for
You're
a woman on the
bum.
bus, it's different. If a dude on the bus, it's totally different. Totally different. If a dude comes to the bus, oh, I'm cool, that nigga don't drive, I'm not gonna with him. You kidding me?
He beating his feet.
She can't focus because you keep chewing.
I don't care. And it was my man, he funny. Do I give a fuck? Because I don't.
Ooh, I don't like that.
Well,
What's up, Marnisha? No, but seriously, like if a dude don't drive, it's no holler.
In the world of Uber, Lyft, and all these
No,
other things,
and-
I feel like it shouldn't be that.
no,
No.
wait a minute. Back in the day, a person in the cab catching a
You
cab.
pay money.
No, fuck no. You was like, oh, you
No,
catching a cab,
yeah,
a
my-
yellow
I
cab.
feel like you
Not like
know
New
what?
York. This is a Philly thing.
But I'm
New York.
saying, it gotta be like if I lived in New York, it'd be oh well, you
It's not a
know,
big deal.
here.
But why not? We still live in a metropolis.
But it's just listen. First of all, I don't want to be a stigma, but Philly women is hard as nails number one. Hard as nails, and I know y'all may give me that look, but the shit is true. Y'all niggas is hard as fucking nails. Kenny don't count something.
I know, but I'm not.
Kenny don't count. Kenny don't count. Come on, Philly. No, I mean, but y'all are like y'all make shit hard. Like this shit is insane. Yeah, what? What? There's nothing.
No, I think
I've never.
I never dealt with a Philly woman.
Okay, so
So growing up, I was always told you act like you from the South. So I never was the typical Philly chick.
but when you went down south to go to school,
They said I was rude as hell.
Okay.
Because I don't walk around smiling. I was like, I don't know you, so why?
Pause. Can somebody please give me a definition of a Philly woman? Throw it in there. I mean, no, meaning their characteristics. Like, oh, I can't do Philly women. It's like, what is it about a Philly woman? Because I've heard this a lot.
So I'm gonna read some of these comments while they post
Josh
there.
posted a couple days ago
Which one?
about the Philly woman.
Oh yeah, that was a long little thing. I saw that actually from Kyle's mom. I'ma pull it up with my other joint. So Redbone says a bum to me is no goals, no motivation. They just want nothing out of life. Mario, come to Philly and you can sit on this.
but how do you?
today.
But how do you even know that you even meeting that?
You don't.
Oh, so I was listening to Amanda Seals' podcast today, and she brought up a good point. So it was called Crush, and it was basically like when you crushing on somebody, you got the fantasy, but then once you start talking on the phone, they become a prospect, and then the fantasy is taken away as you talk to them. So she was giving examples like, Greg is my crush, for example. So I see him, oh my God, I'm creating fantasies in my world. We're slow dragging, we're doing this to this song, but now I'm talking to him on the phone. And he says something ignorant, and now I'm like, ew, you're not my crush.
Turn off.
Yeah. Boop. So that's how you know this person has no goals. Casual conversation will tell you a lot about a person.
But you know, we live in a tech society now. Nobody think
Well, people texting dissertations all day, so you can learn a lot by text.
no, bitch, call me,
You
please.
can, but text can also be.
So Bass said that y'all are someone just strong.
Okay, Philly people, Philly girls, Philly women.
Listen, when I moved to Vegas, I was thought I was standoffish. And I said, it's not that I was standoffish, I'm made that way because of, like, it's hard to talk to somebody from here. It's hard.
Yeah, a lot of women, I can say this, a lot of women get weird. Like a guy will try to talk.
And then
I don't know why women be mad when somebody try to talk to them. Like, why are you mad? I think that it's like, he trying to talk to
It's
me.
the approach. It's
No, but now listen, no. I've seen women, somebody be like, hey man, how you doing? I'm good. It's like, you don't have to be rude to every man that approaches you. And not every man that approaches you even wants you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Somebody could just be speaking, hey, how you doing? How you
They got
doing?
manners.
Like,
Right.
You know what I mean? Now I can see if he walked up to you, you walking down the street, he like smile. I'm like, bitch, what am I smiling for? Like, I'm walking down the street, and I'm walking down the street like this. He thinks something's wrong with me. Like, and I'm talking about genuine. Hey, how you doing? Even a good exchange.
But you know-
No, thank you. And then if he keeps moving, that's good. If he doesn't, then that's when it should be an issue.
But I feel like just growing up here in general, I think a lot of people just like common manners. Like if I'm walking towards you, I say good morning. Some people look at you like you're crazy, but when I lived down south, it was a common thing. Like good
Good
morning.
morning. Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Like so, I feel like it's a lot of disconnect in a lot of areas. Sean made a good point. I'm trying to find the comment again. She said something like she's living in Charlotte and people have said, so she said, I live in NC and I'm told Philly women are aggressive and brutally honest. Chris said, Philly women equals hustle hard, so attitude seems rude, but really just outspoken and very opinionated.
but outspoken is different from being fucking rude. Listen, you can be in the bar. I'm not saying that. I can see you in the bar and say, hey, how you doing? Yada yada. I don't mean I want to talk to you or bring you home. You're in the bar. It's social, so you just socializing.
People don't want to be social. It's weird.
So it's like, but you're in the
That's
bar
weird.
setting. Hey, how you doing? Yada yada. What are you drinking? Okay, cool. Because like,
Oh my God, here he all up in my ear, bitch.
She'll
Goddamn.
talk to you so you can buy her and her friends drinks.
I know that for sure.
And like, people be on social media and not social. Why are you on social media if you're not social?
I think that's the dumbest thing ever.
Oh my God, y'all doing another challenge. Oh my God, y'all follow anything? Bitch, log off. Oh my God, y'all, oh my God, my timeline is ass. Follow new people.
Follow new people. Like, that's the one thing I don't understand. Out of everything else in this world that we can control, you can control what comes on your timeline.
Yes.
I'm muting and unfollow people
All
every
the time.
day.
Negativity? What?
Oh, I did a whole delete spree. I was just like, you don't fucking with
I had to
me.
mute
You don't
somebody.
fucking
I
with me.
had to mute someone that and I didn't unfollow this person. I just muted them because they always talking shit about people. You know what I mean? Now me, I know why everybody talk they shit, but it's like, bitch, do you ever got something positive to say out your motherfucking mouth?
Nope.
Your
But
shitty ass mouth.
So what I do, I look at
Literally.
that as everybody had their own platform like that. So I look at that like, they just venting.
Yeah, but it's just like if all you spewing is negativity, I ain't got time. But let's get back. So preferences, because you know how we do. So
But Greg didn't answer yet.
oh yeah, go ahead, baby.
I don't have a preference. I don't.
No, okay, you cannot have a
No,
preference.
I'm saying, I mean, I just don't really see. I don't know. I mean, of course, it's double trainers with things, but I don't know.
I feel like I need
I
an IUP. What are you saying?
don't have anything. I really
No,
don't.
but we're talking about we're not talking about you personally. We're talking about outside looking in about
Yeah.
how women are held at a different standard. We're talking about your view on
Yeah, of course,
it.
it's double standards. Of course, I mean, some things y'all just can't do, or y'all get looked upon different. Like I can have 50 million girls, that 50 million is your word. I mean, that's what it is.
But like just like I said, you go in there like, oh, you have these standards. Are you living up to these standards as well, ladies?
Cousin Angela said, nah, Negro, what's your preferences?
Okay.
So,
So, like for example, when it comes to a person, like my preference, I don't have a look. If you ever see people that I've dated or talked to, they all look different, but they all have one thing. They have the zeal about them, how they go about life. You know what I mean? I'm a very fun person, so anybody I deal with, they gotta be fun. So I like people that are fun, that are outgoing, and you know, things in that manner. But like I said, I'm allowed to have that. But as soon as look at, yo, check the comments on social media. As soon as a man like, damn, I love me a light skinned chick.
Why she gotta be like
Light
skin?
skin.
I have a problem with any comments made about color. Like I just don't deal well with colorism.
But that's his preference. It's okay. But I feel like that's okay if you now this is when it becomes an issue. For example, you're dating a white man or a white woman, an Asian man or Asian woman. Oh, and you're black or you're of another race. Oh, yeah, I gotta date an Asian man because black men can't do nothing for me. They ain't shit. They always cheating. That's what I have an issue with. Like when a black man that says, oh, I can't date no black woman. They too opinionated. They bitch too much. They don't do what they supposed to do. What the fuck you say, pussy?
I have a girlfriend like that who like has sworn off black men, and it's because her experiences with them has been less than favorable. So she's had men basically try to treat her like a whore, like they only call to one of them, and
So
she
did
was
she
just
protect
like.
that?
So I would say maybe in earlier years, yes, but now that we have gone through some things and have matured, and now she's trying to really have an adult relationship, and she's not presenting what she used to, she's still being met with that same thing.
But is it by the same people who met
No,
her before?
it's like random people.
So it just, I
She
mean,
must be projecting.
And that's what I told her
Yeah.
that. I said, you must be projecting something, because I, like, in my mind, I couldn't fathom it. Like, why do people feel so comfortable saying this to you? What did you say?
Right.
What was the interaction? And she was like, I'm doing everything opposite of what I would normally do, and I'm still getting the same
So,
results.
like I said, but that's like but you're not going to say like the issue becomes it's okay to date Asian women. It's okay to date white women if you're black or if you're white. It's okay to date somebody of a different race, but don't down somebody.
Right.
Don't say like that, and that's what we fall into and it's because I am a black woman, and you have a black man say, "Oh, I would never date a black woman. They are this, they are that," and it has negativity behind it. Like your mother is black, bitch.
And that's my thing. Like, I feel like when you swear off like a whole race of people,
What
like,
did your
what
mom
about
do to you?
the woman who raised you, your aunts, your grandma, sisters?
Yeah, because I've seen the thing that says wow, like it was like I am a popular page. I think it's called popular page. No, it's not called that no more. It's called
The
explore page. I'm an explore page scroller. You know what I mean? I don't follow no stars, too many of them. But and then you'll see the post that I would never date a black woman. I need me a woman that's gonna listen to me. I only date white women. They gonna listen. They gonna do what they're told.
But
This,
that,
that. It's like
that stereotype is so ass.
it's like what?
That don't work out well either.
Like, what are you talking about? You know what I mean? Like, it's okay if that's your preference. That's fine. You can like white women, rich white women, no teeth white women. Like, just
So can we ask? I wish it was more brothers here. Why do they always get the not so put together white women when they do go?
because they got the money.
if I'm going white, I'm going old 50 and up white. If I go white.
Yeah, like it's just like, but don't. But then, like I said, don't down somebody to pick to not say you want something. It's cool to have your preferences. That's totally fine. But once you start downing somebody, then no. Oh, I can't. Oh, I'm not dating no chicks from West Philly. Oh, them bitches.
you uptown.
Them
Hold
bitches. No, listen to what I'm about to say.
I used to discriminate.
Oh, but look, but it's okay. But then when you start saying, oh, because they this and they that, they negative. Nah, shut the fuck up. Like you don't know. Have you dated every single West Philly woman?
Man, listen, they said South Philly chicks set dudes up. And nobody know no South Philly else.
That's the truth.
But see, that's what I'm saying.
No, I mean that's the truth. Like people
That's the
stop
fact.
it.
Wait, hold on. Say what?
So I'm a South Philly chick.
Oh, so
I
do you?
never cut nobody.
I'm about to say, it was a fact. It wasn't no opinion. That's a lie. Look, I know a whole lot of South Philly.
But it's like, but don't down somebody because that's not what you like. But and then as far as the preference is concerned, ladies, make sure you can keep up with this 6-figure man. You know what I mean?
But you know what? How many people are admitting to themselves that they are not ready for that playing field?
oh my
Because
God, no.
sometimes you gotta know when you dating outside of your bracket.
They and women don't know that.
I do. I learned that.
I would say you can sense that. He talking about something and you on your phone like, what?
Intimidation.
Uh,
You know what I mean? And then you gotta make sure you're ready for that. You with a 6-figure man, but you a 2-figure woman.
Exactly.
So question for y'all.
Yes.
So say y'all meet the dude with the 6-figure and y'all meet him and oh my God, he has this, he has that, and he's so controlling.
I'm not gonna
And no matter what you got going on, listen, like I'm gonna come and go when I want, and what you want to do.
That's not gonna work.
That's definitely not gonna work for me.
Cause they say that happens a lot. Like so, I had a conversation with a young lady I know, and she was like, "It's either we get the dude with the money or the bum, the quote unquote bum dude."
Where is the post at?
So it's like, who do you pick? So they said that normally the woman picks the guy who she can kind of mold into how she likes him and bring it up instead of dealing with the dude who's already established. And you know, it's too much of a risk, you know, because he might still. He can leave when he want to leave, and ain't no sweat on his back. Like, okay, see, you know, but more to the dude who don't really have much of like a.
You gotta step your game
Like a
up.
role.
Right.
I was trying to find this meme, and it posed a question like, ladies, is it true that a man can't have all 5? So it was like over 6 feet,
Oh,
good
I saw
peen, and it was like 3 other things, and I was like, I really started going through the mental Rolodex, and I was like, nah, I don't know nobody that got all 5. Like you might be over 6 feet with good peen, but you a whore, or your peen is good, but you don't have all these other attributes.
But
But everybody want the same
But
attributes.
do everybody got all 5?
I think it's more about whose BS you going to deal with.
Yeah.
Right.
And some BS you willing to do. If I was dating
So
both
then
of
I
you,
ask, do everybody have all
yeah, but no, listen.
That's a perfect.
You
person.
gotta be. You make. I mean, say
You're perfect for me.
Say if I'm dating y'all, right?
Right.
And oh my God, I hate when Greg eats grapes. I'm just saying that, right?
5? They all figure
You
it
chewing
out.
like a giraffe.
So look. But then I meet Jocelyn, and I date Jocelyn, and Jocelyn eats grapes the same way that Greg does, but I like Jocelyn though. Like I may be willing to take that from Jocelyn and not from him. You know what I'm saying? So you're perfect. You gotta be able to.
you willing to put up with certain bullshit? Like,
Yeah,
bullshit.
I gotta be willing to put up with your bullshit. Everybody bullshit ain't the same, but I may be willing to take it from Jocelyn and not Greg. You know what I mean?
Fact. So,
Better stop the.
It's my son calling me. Get over it. I'll be alright.
nobody even
Said
said
anything?
The audience, we talking about what's up with y'all?
So I'm gonna read this again. So people have preferences but no standards. For example, a chick would choose a man with a nice car and a couple dollars, and he has nothing else going on. That was me at 16. Car hopper.
But I can remember you know, the girls like, oh, he drive just Max. He got a nice Max. You know what I mean? But he a dog.
He was a nickel and dime weed selling. Didn't have nothing else going
That
on
was
but that car.
Well,
You say 16.
that.
It's 36-year-olds.
Yeah.
Which I
That
be
was
praying for y'all, like level up.
They do. They're not on the same level as somebody they want. How y'all think y'all choose them? Then y'all get this 6-figure man, he's 6 feet, 6
And
figures
she knows she out her league.
And he out your league, and he gonna run into that doctor or that nurse.
Listen, my situation, he wasn't out my league, but he had a nice car and he had money, whatever. But like he tried to run me over though.
But
With a car?
Yes, that's how we met at Palmer's. He tried to hit me with his car.
On purpose.
Cause at first I wouldn't talk to him. Like I was like, cause I was like, I don't want to talk to you. You dark. I thought he was ugly at first. I was like, you black and ugly, and he had.
And that's what's wrong with
But
people.
somebody was like, yo,
Black
he
and
got
ugly is
money.
up.
I was like, what? They was like,
He got money.
he got money. So I played it off. I was like, I said, can I have your
I
number?
wish I could pay
I said,
him
no,
right now.
just give me yours. So I took his phone number. I wasn't gonna call him at first, but I got home. This is my little from Washington Lane. Cause I guess I'm from Philly. Don't lie.
This is what I was referring to when I said typical Philly chick.
Listen, anyway.
From Kansas.
But I'm from Philly, I just live in Camden. But no, he, you know, and it was, I don't know. He had money, he had a nice car.
I'm dissecting so much. You
My-
colorism,
my-
money hungry,
That was dead.
materialistic.
That, you know how long ago that was?
And he was an a-hole.
And he was an asshole, very much an
Who
asshole.
tried to kill you with his car?
He tried to run me over because I wouldn't give him my number.
So in my party, my girl Yana says, you know what I hate when people say lower your standards, like standards or morals or boundaries. I'm not talking. I would never tell somebody to lower their standards, but if somebody tell you to lower their standards, maybe they're looking at you some kind of effed up way. Maybe they're saying, and not to say you are, Yana, but maybe they're thinking that you can't even live up to that. But you must, you know what I mean?
That's shady.
You think like like you telling me to lower my standards, bitch? I gotta know. Like I'm a good looking man. You like, oh, you better not be looking good. But wait, why can't I be looking for a good looking man? I don't care about pump your brake. What you tell somebody pump their brakes? Fucking Ava.
Get you together, Miss Avon Johnson. What's the picture of my book? She was like, I ain't never looked at him like that before. Like, he cute. I looked at it. I said, she ain't talking to me. Wait, she responded to the wrong one. So I responded back, you better pump your damn brakes.
Talk about Doug's face.
Talking about this. I'll fight you.
So it's like, you know, like you got somebody tell you pump your brakes. So damn, I can't go look. You go look at the mirror like. I mean, my eye is a little low, like, you know what I mean? Like, I can't get no good looking man. But like, you gotta, you should date up, you know what I mean? But make sure you're able to keep up, you know what I mean? Like a man is not gonna be, a man should not have to finance you. Is that a good word for that?
Yes.
He should not have to finance
That
you.
is not his
And you shouldn't have to finance a man either. Like, a man
Yes.
should have his own money.
Yeah, he should. Like, but you know, but some women are willing to deal with that to keep a man. They're willing to just take care of him. You know what I mean? It's okay to take care of your man as long as he's taking care of you
Yo,
in
in
return.
Vegas, that's happening a lot. Like, 8
in
times out of-
Atlanta.
8 times out of 10,
I'm going in July.
8 times out of 10, the woman take care of the man out there.
Really?
Yeah, the dudes don't do nothing. Dudes don't do shit out there. No.
But you gotta be willing. Like, you know what's wrong with our society? Like, there's no reciprocation. You know what I mean? People have 1920s mentality with
In theory.
with 1920s mentality with millennium mindsets. You know what I mean? Like, well, man, you can't be a stay-at-home wife, man. If you ain't cooking, cleaning, ain't no kid,
You
you
gotta
ain't
keep
got
the
no kids.
home. Like, mom was at home watching the soaps all day. She was keeping the house.
She was keeping the house and paying the bills.
Right.
And then the society is a whole lot of different. A whole lot different now.
Shit, no.
Man, this shit expensive,
All that
bitch.
stuff, yo.
It's expensive. They're saying a medium household, right? With oh my god, I looked this up on minimum wage. It was saying like it's called a living wage.
Yeah.
A living wage for a single mom with one kid is $23 an hour. How many people making $23 an hour? You know what I mean? Like how many people is making that? That's one kid. That's your
poverty
living
level.
wage.
That's like-
No, that's not poverty level. The poverty level I think was $11. That's poverty.
Shit. How the hell are you living off that?
That's the poverty level.
For you, your child, like, what y'all eating?
You know what I mean?
Man.
Scary.
But us, especially black people, we make it work.
We can stretch it. Absolutely. I ain't saying it can't be done.
We
but
make it work,
have
but we
to-
should, we should have to. And you try to do things to, get there. But make sure when you have all this preference. But I think that's why women want a 6-figure man, so they ain't got to do shit.
But my thing is, they don't realize what it takes to have a 6-figure income. Because what you sacrificing, that man might be never home. Or when he is home, he's still working.
Mm-hmm.
So, what you willing to give up or sacrifice for that 6-figure income?
Yeah, and then, women chasing checks.
That money
What you
good,
do?
like-
You do? You go get yourself a baller, and you get pregnant.
That shit get old so fast.
But
though,
check-
like,
That's the thing. Get pregnant for a
What
check.
happens? Listen, kids are now gold mines. Kids, listen. Okay, you know what? I see you.
Yeah, it's like, and women are held to the same standards.
Baby, and I need
For example, let's talk about women towards.
And so most of the time it's the
If
mom.
we get alimony, we ain't shit.
Both of
Who was that?
Mary J. Blige, oh, we
They
grinding
dumped the shit out of
Kenzie
that
up.
dude.
It is.
Mr. Isaacs, why you trying to take my money?
But it's the other way around. Oh, get him for everything he
You
got.
got,
He
yeah.
deserves
And
it.
it's a lot of women that don't deserve their husband's money.
I agree.
It's a lot of women that don't deserve the help that they got, period. So.
You know what I mean? It's a lot of women that don't deserve that. What they say they want and wouldn't be shooting
Who's
in
to
the
say
gym.
You gym with me?
Who's to say?
Who's to say?
Who's to say what?
I'm
They don't
just
deserve
saying, like, they don't.
Why?
Cause they ain't shit.
The women,
The women.
what makes them not shit?
Because they're, I mean, I know men personally who are with these women because just because of the sake of the kids. Like if it wasn't for the kids being so young, they would be going.
I got a problem with
That's
this on
crazy.
so many levels because
Staying
when
with
you get
somebody.
married with people, the first thing they say is make sure you love each other because once these kids grow up and leave, you got to be able to stand the person. that you
Cohabitate and
with.
everything, yeah.
Right.
Right.
But you see a lot of like non-minority households that stay together the whole time for the kids. They be having two separate lives.
So they go to
Oh,
college.
yeah. I was like, that was a thing. When I was at White Marsh, oh my God. And I would hear the mom say, I can't wait for you to graduate so I can be done with this. I was like, what do you mean? Like, where's your mom going? Oh, her and my dad's been separated for years. They just wait for me to graduate and go to college. Why?
Right.
I can think, like, my mom and dad love each other. What are you talking about? Like, what?
If it's gonna go that way, I mean, cool. For us, we like, nah, fuck that ain't working out, got to go.
Got to go. Goodbye.
We
See you
scared.
later.
So do we give up too
We
easy?
give up way too goddamn easy. We got to go. Oh no, this ain't working out. Oh no,
Shit ain't for me. I'm sorry.
Nah,
Wash
man,
my
I
hands.
go. We
Get my gun.
won't care about nothing about them kids.
So
We'll figure it
guys,
out.
I got a question for y'all. Growing up, did y'all have a preference and how did it change?
Oh, let's talk about that.
I didn't have a preference growing up. At first, I didn't. Now I do.
I had a thing.
Everybody in the comments, go ahead. Make sure y'all answer this. When growing up, did y'all have a preference? How
I
did it
wanted
change?
my boyfriend to look like me, and I wanted his name to begin with a J, so it could be J and J.
How long was that?
I was like 8th grade up until high
That
school.
nigga was 21.
Nah. And I found one. God rest his dead. Like, but yeah, we was J and J. And I specifically looked for guys with that thing. Like, do we look alike a little bit? Like, what you think? What's your thing? Yeah. Like, I had a quirk. I really had a quirk. And then I saw this boy at King. He was everything opposite. Oh my God, I loved him. His name was Terrence. Terrence was black, walked on his tippy toes, played football. He had like a little stutter. Yes.
Good. Did you have a preference?
Why do I pay him no mind?
Nope.
Well, I mean, even if somebody wasn't paying you no money, you still would have a preference.
No, I really had no preference in school or growing up. You know, neighborhood, you get one girl in the neighborhood, everybody had their little girl in the neighborhood. High school, I didn't get nobody in high school, outside of high school. Everybody was just, I don't know, everybody I dealt with was just brown skin. Everyone had all the browns for some reason. Could not get no light skin girls in my life.
Really? I'm shocked because you chocolate.
Couldn't get
You
no
know what's
red
funny?
one.
I couldn't get a dark skin guy.
Couldn't get no red one at all, ever. Tell you how to hold it.
So growing up, I never had a preference, but you had to be book smart and street smart, like me. That was, and it's still the same. I need you book smart and street smart because that's just how I grow, and that's still my preference now. I never had a look, cause you line these people up, they fat, they tall, they skinny. It's just like, I like that one.
I got a preference, but I can't fucking
You know, my girl Yana said, I love high yellow, super skinny and tall. I know what they say about them tall, skinny boys, girl. You know what I mean?
I got a preference.
You do?
I was about to say it out loud. I had to finish typing my comment. I was going to
What
put
was
him right on
what you mean, in
French
high
Street.
school or now?
Now, go ahead and say it, girl.
Oh, shit.
If you don't have National Geographic areolas, he ain't checking for you.
What's National Geographic?
Oh, the big areolas.
Tell must show your boobs.
Not the lawyer, no.
Not the little girl can't do it. Deanna said. So Deanna, remember how I said Deanna said she liked them high yellow, super skinny and tall.
Mm-hmm.
She said any shade of brown with nice hair, locks, a man bun, constant fresh cut,
She
curls.
is describing the whole Sankofa and Motep
And
family.
great personality, weight and height can vary. Oh, and the man must have a passport and make time to travel.
Talk
Must.
about it. If
Must.
you're over a certain age, I
So-
feel like you a disgrace if you don't have a passport.
A disgrace though?
Yes. See
So-
somewhere else.
so what else-
She ain't got one.
Oh, you're a fucking guy. Anyway, so what if just say I
I'm
got
thirsty. Somebody bring me some water.
I got quote unquote child support, whatever, and I couldn't get a passport.
Ooh.
And not that I'm taking care of my kid, I'm just caught up in the system with child support and I can't get one. Am I still a mess?
No.
You got a situation behind it.
Yeah, that's it.
But
I love the passport.
I feel like you should take care of your child stuff and then worry about a passport later.
I'm just saying that I'm just saying, if you like, you're a disgrace.
That's different. No, that's
That's
different.
different.
That's circumstantial.
If you never had one and you're your age now, you're a disgrace.
Wow.
Disgrace to what?
Because I feel like the world is so big, like you want to be here in this box, like get on.
I know guys that have
Yeah,
never been
yeah.
outside of Philly. You know, you say, come on, we going to Atlantic City. They be like, oh, we going out of town.
Out of
No,
state.
what?
Out of state ain't Jersey. Like,
No, they like, we going out of town. No, we go, like, Atlantic City is not out of town.
No, it's not. No, it's
So
not.
what if I
trash.
fly?
Oh, that's different. Like some people are
Some people
scared.
have
Some people
phobias.
scared.
Case in
Some-
point,
I used to
Fat
do that.
Joe. Fat Joe would never fly anywhere. He missed out on so much money because he was scared to fly. You Puerto Rican ain't never been to Puerto Rico because you scared to fly.
Scared to
take
fly.
a boat. I'm saying.
But I'm scared to fly,
But
so
some people got that phobia. So I wouldn't judge you in that sense because you can take the train down to here. Like it's other multimodals to get
It's gonna
around.
take longer.
I don't have a goddamn passport. Where am I the train to?
What? Down Florida.
A passport, first of all.
You get a passport, go to
Take a
Florida,
cruise.
take a fucking
No.
boat.
Right.
You don't need a,
You need a passport.
You need a passport.
Take a cruise. You just need your birth
Shit,
certificate.
no, they don't do that no more, baby.
Post
My dad
9/11.
just did it.
Well,
Really?
I don't know.
I would say I know post 9/11 things.
She
have
said
definitely
you're a
changed.
disgrace.
No, 'cause
Yeah, that's-
real shit. I just
that's
did a
my
cruise, and they was like, "Y'all got your passports?"
Yeah,
They'll
that's
ask you
more
to
than
report
most
if
people
you don't
have.
have your passport.
Yeah, that's just my preference because I'm past the stage of having babies, so all I want, and I keep saying this, I want passport stamps. I want to travel. So if you can't do that with me, we not gonna work.
She said a phobia is different. Lazy
You're a
or
disgrace.
close-minded. Is that so? You know what, ladies, women, my girls, lovely ladies. Make sure when y'all have it, when y'all putting these projecting all of this stuff out there, y'all know what y'all projecting. And then y'all wondering why y'all getting certain stuff back. You know what I mean? Think about that. Think about what you're putting out there. And like, oh, I'm this and I'm that. Because sometimes you do have to step back.
Right.
Because sometimes you don't know. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And then especially if you keep doing the same thing and you're getting the same type of people, like, all right, pause. What the hell am I doing?
I think that once you start putting things out there, you gotta be ready to receive it.
Mhm,
So the word is very powerful. So if you yourself are not ready, don't speak it yet.
Yes.
So
I know I'm good at telling people, speak things into existence, speaking good things into
but make sure you're working on yourself simultaneously.
Yeah, but I still like trying to, like I always figure out, these women.
So do you believe the whole you are what you attract? You believe that?
A little
'Cause
bit.
I hear that a lot. Like,
I feel like a little bit.
To a degree.
A little bit. Like it's definitely caveats to that. Definitely. I don't even know what the hell I attract. I attract strange people. But I know I'm strange though. Like I'm weird. And sometimes I look at people like, and I look at, sometimes you look at you like, now where the hell did your ass come from? How the hell I attract your ass? What the fuck? What did you see in me? Then I gotta look at myself like, what did I do? Which was it? Was it the Twitch? Like, I think the funniest thing ever happened to me. I'm on the train and I talk to myself, y'all, all the time. And I'm a bus rider and have no earbuds in my ear. And I'm on the train and I'm just going. The guy stood over me and said, "Are you talking to yourself?" And I looked up and I said, "Was my mouth moving?" He was like, "Yeah." I said, "Oh, that was a mistake, but yeah." I said, "Oh." And he said, "So how you doing?" I said,
Your vibe attraction.
And then he just definitely trying to get my number. That scared the fuck out of me. So I said, yo, I'm alright, because I don't want you to want me if you caught me talking to myself and you thought that was like, you know, like that's like, wait a minute, because I answered him honestly. He said, yeah, he just looked at me like, did this bitch just say yeah? Alright, like he said, maybe he felt like he liked my honesty or something like that. But yeah.
I think it's healthy to talk to yourself.
No, I was going. I was just, but
But not having full-fledged
It was
conversation
full-fledged.
with your lips moving.
I didn't know. I didn't know.
That was a deeper
That's
conversation.
where I was going, and I knew I was going. So I was like,
So I think I'm talking here and saying about the whole match my hustle thing. So
I really like Angela.
match my hustle.
So I'm just trying to think like, so if I can't match your hustle, I'm not for you.
Yeah, definitely.
Let me read
Definitely.
Marisha's comments. She said her soulmate is probably fat, bald, short, and light skinned with boobs. Yes.
Because that's something she don't want.
Yes, everything.
If anybody that's just checking in, Jocelyn is reading the comments. We're discussing why aren't women held at the same standard as men when it comes to preferences, and when does preferences become an issue?
So Chris said she dated the same person from 15 until she was 25. So it took a while for her to even realize what she expected from men, but intelligence has always been number one.
Definitely.
Definitely. You can't
And I
get
never see that on a lot of these standard lists.
Right.
Women be like, I want somebody that can make this amount of money, he's this tall, he light skinned. None of that shit ever say smart.
Right.
That shit don't say
And it don't
outgoing.
mean that you had to go to college, because most guys that I know didn't go to college, but will walk rings around a professor.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm very cautious of when I say like educated.
Yes.
Like, I don't mean college degree, but you got to be able to articulate and have a conversation about multiple things. Cause I like random shit.
Random.
So.
Like, you see how we sit up here and we have it, and we talk, and we can go from one spectrum to another. That's how I like telephone conversations to go. So my preference is definitely intelligence. But like, you know, that book entry smarts. And then that book smart doesn't mean, oh, PhD or MBA. That just, that you're willing to open a book. That you're willing to broaden your horizons. That you're willing to try something different. And that's a problem with a lot of men and a lot of women. They're not willing and ready to just try something different. You may not like it.
People are creatures of habit. And I think if everything you do is comfortable, then I feel like you're not living life. Like, you gotta be comfortable in the uncomfortableness.
Yes.
Yeah,
Ooh, I like that. Say that again, Jocelyn.
Be comfortable in the uncomfortableness.
Yeah, I like that. That's amazing.
No,
I love Jocelyn tidbits. She just be flowing and something come out. I'm like, well, I like that. We need that.
Look, I talk to myself internally, like, you know what, Johnson?
Go, girl.
Yeah. I big myself up
All the time. Like, you be going like this, you
You
know.
is smart, you is kind.
So let's talk about these
It was the health.
these men and women, right? And when we talk about, you know, when the issues, you know, when the preferences become an issue, we want to jump back into that.
Ooh, let me read this comment.
Go ahead.
real quick. So John says, Iceberg, I don't like calling you by your real name. Iceberg said, men should be more picky due to the fact of ratios, the amount of women versus men. We have this upper hand in finding exactly what we want in most cases.
Definitely. Ooh, repeat that.
He's married too, so. Men should be more picky due to the fact of ratios, the amount of women versus men. We have this upper hand in finding exactly what we want in most cases.
That's nice. That's definitely the truth. What is it? What is the ratio? Is it like 3 to 1? Is it?
I think it depends on where you live.
Yeah.
Because in
okay.
Atlanta, the ratio is ridiculous.
10 to 1.
Like 20 to 1.
Right.
When my boyfriend moved there, I was like, you better bring your ass back to North Carolina. Shit. What?
Straight
Flowers to the job. You want me to cook? I'm like, he didn't have to do nothing but wake up. Oh, nah.
Really?
Come back till we. Sorry. Yeah.
No, I should. Yeah, because it's like
Coming to the bullshit.
it is okay. You know what's so weird though? It's another thing. It's okay to be picky too. It's okay.
I
Is
get
it
some people-
picky or is it I like what I like? You like
Something
what you
like
like.
that.
People go, we pick y'all know.
Yeah, but like but we still, you know, we still in touch. Like, why are we still held? Go ahead.
I feel like Greg is not picky. Greg is flaky. You can say or do the wrong thing and it's like, oh, I'm off that. You was just a little 2 seconds ago. Oh, I'm off it.
Oh, what?
Forget it. in deep like.
But,
I'm lying.
but that's not kind of being picky though?
No, it's flaky.
How's it flaky?
Because it's flaky.
How? It's all like I don't like it.
Why didn't you not like it 2 days ago?
Because it wasn't that 2 days ago. Shit changed.
So how about you get to learn and know people before you turn into this?
You know what he's talking to?
You.
You're not.
These two. So,
Sir.
we talk about the negative side of preferences.
Pause.
We should be.
I'm paused.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to.
Something is single. No, something is single man here.
All day.
Well,
Well, you know.
it's my
No, it's still going.
You just turned over here.
No, it's good.
Going on that one.
Yeah, it's still going on here.
It says broadcast interrupted.
Yeah.
Well, let's keep going and see what happens.
Which one is recording now?
Right.
Yeah, and we're going down. It's 3 people on here. I don't know what's going on. What time is it?
8:49.
Oh, it's coming back. People are joining back in.
Wait, but you going on?
I'm gonna see if I see
party.
myself waving.
They on the
Nope.
party now.
Come out of it, yeah. Sorry about this, guys. If any.
Interrupted now.
Huh?
Now the party is interrupted.
You're right.
Back in and out and watch party.
Yeah,
But they will stay live again.
I don't know what's going on in our thing.
So Chris said the ratio in Philly is 5 to 1. 5 women for every 1 single man.
Wow, that's a lot.
That's why so many promiscuous men out here, because they got their picks in every city, every
And it feels
neighborhood.
like the women, it feels like, you know.
What? I think.
Yeah, was they broadcast interruption?
Yeah, I think women are okay with the man being promiscuous now. It's like I can't get no better. And we ain't starting over. We can still talk
So
though.
we can keep talking, man.
It still say we live.
Really? All right, let me look for the drum.
It's acting weird. It's acting weird the whole time, like, cause I'm on Wi-Fi and it's still like,
Yeah, it's still showing me live. Sorry for all the technical difficulties, my loves, if we're still on.
It don't show live from this.
It's the signals, because this weather is messing up everything.
The rain.
that's
the
what I'm
towers,
telling you, like, yeah,
Yeah, it's the
yeah,
towers.
it's not a lot more. Like,
It cut off. Everybody's saying it cut off. So I'm going to finish it. What we can do is we'll finish it and then save it, and we can talk in the comments until,
Okay.
yeah.